believed men should be gentlemen. Where are the ladies?
We're right here.
But you just said you're an escort. I mean, like, you're not a lady.
Excuse me?
You're a female, but you're not a lady.
What makes me not a lady?
Well, I suppose I'm not a gentleman.
Because I got in a shitty situation at 18 and did what I had to do to survive and pay my bills.
That doesn't undo the fact that, look, you are not a lady. That doesn't make me not a lady. I'm a survivor.
I'm someone that's really strong. Like, I don't understand how I wouldn't be a lady.
Sure, you can be strong, but when I say lady, I'm sort of talking about traditional gender roles. So a gentleman is someone who pays for your date, who protects you, who provides, who's a gentleman.
Do you think we don't deserve that because we're sex workers?
You are not traditional. Ergo, you are not a lady.
Well, you're not a gentleman. You do a podcast.
That's
not traditional.
They don't deserve a traditional guy if they're not traditional themselves, period. That's the problem with a lot of women today. They want a man with money who's going to provide and protect. But the second you ask them to make a sandwich, they're like, do it yourself. Stay away from women like that completely.
Right, ladies, if you're a stay-at-home mom and your backup plan in case of divorce is your ex-husband is going to pay alimony and child support, listen up. When I filed for divorce for my ex-husband, he was making over $200,000 a year. I kicked him out in October of 2018. He paid me nothing.
It's pretty wild how this woman is finally getting a taste of the real world after getting divorced.
My ladies, stop talking to men that do not want to take you out on dates. Men that don't even send you money for food, nails, hair, gas. Stop talking to them.
Who in the blue hell are you?
If a man is truly interested in you, he's going to be taking you on dates. He's going to be sending you money. He's going to want to take care of you.
I don't believe that there is any explanation for this right here.
If he's not doing any of those things, he just doesn't want to take you serious.
This girl basically just wants a guy to do everything for her. Sorry, but a lot of guys these days have learned their lesson. She can leave anytime, and they're out a ton of money for nothing. There's zero reason for a guy to be spending that much, especially when they're just talking or in the early stages.
I don't want to be an independent woman anymore. This is not all that it's cracked up to be. Been doing it for quite some time now, and tired. Somebody come get me.
So, she basically fell for the whole feminism thing, and now she's realizing it's not what she thought, and wants a guy to fix everything for her.
Do you have a passport?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and have you been outside the U.S.?
Yes, I have.
Why don't Americans travel outside the U.S.?
Because they're stupid. Do you know what the women in the DR will do for you? Seriously, do you know?
What would they do, bro?
I went there with my father because I'm like, damn. Why do you keep running down here? I thought you was doing something illegal.
The reason why you have a passport is for the women in the Dominican Republic.
Well, plus I want to see other parts of the country and the world.
Exactly.
I heard that the women in London, in England, and France do things American women would never think about.
This might sound rough, but a lot of Western women are kind of like fast food. But when you travel, like to Eastern Europe, Asia, or even the Middle East, you see women who are like total high class. And usually, the more traditional they are, the more feminine they are.
Been a guy for 10 years and this new guy comes in 10 days. That doesn't match. It doesn't equate. So you're saying, well, he makes me feel beautiful, but the guy's been with you 10 years. He's been cleaning up after you, paying for you. So you're comparing the old guy to the new guy. That's why you feel the butterflies. But I'll tell you right now, new guy, 10 years down the line, he's going to treat you the same way 10 years did. They don't want to hear that because they can't think that far.
Being able to wait for what you want, that totally changes your future. A lot of people mess up their future just to feel good right now. It's like buying a ton of fast food or the latest car, you know? That leads to being broke and overweight. And it'll also keep you single forever.
You look at sex in such a negative light. Why can't we just embrace that two people are coming together and making fucking magic and having a good ass time for the most part?
Because when a man wants to commit to a woman and have a serious relationship, he looks at these things.
Why can't we change that narrative?
Let's change the narrative. I want you to go out and start dating ugly guys that are short and don't make money. And then we're gonna start telling guys to accept hoes.
Being able to wait for what you want, that totally changes your future. A lot of people mess up their future just to feel good right now. It's like buying a ton of fast food or the latest car, you know? That leads to being broke and overweight, and it'll also keep you single forever.
Everywhere in the world, dating sucks. And guys are like, what? And we're like, we're remaining single because you suck. You literally suck. Y'all literally have nothing to offer.
All right, then don't you waste my time no more.
You only think you have one thing to offer, and we're just not putting up with it anymore.
Yeah. Who in the blue hell are you?
Standards are so low, and you can't even meet the standard.
Wow.
It's literally on the floor.
If your relationships keep failing but you're blaming all guys instead of reflecting on yourself, that's a problem. This woman dated tons of men and now points fingers elsewhere. Real talk. When you reach this age and can't maintain connections while blaming everyone else for your life situation, you're probably the issue. And that's the truth bomb for today, guys. If this reality check hit different, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more unfiltered takes. Always remember, guys, stay strong out there. Don't let these toxic situations drag you down. Drop your thoughts in the comments below and hit that notification bell so you never miss when I drop new content.